Have you guys ever been in a situation where you buy a new perfume, you're really excited about it, you bring it home, you're absolutely in love, it's the perfect fragrance, it's your signature scent, only to find yourself liking it less and less and less? Well, that's exactly what happened with several of my fragrances from my collection. If you want to know what perfumes I've fallen out of love with, keep watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you so happen to be new here, my name is Sasha, and on this channel I do fragrance reviews. So if you love all things fragrance and you end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then you know each time I upload a new fragrance review. As I mentioned, I have some perfumes in my collection that I don't like anymore. I just don't like them. I liked them in the beginning. I thought they were great, and over time they just either my nose has changed or my skin's chemistry has changed, or I don't know. I just don't like them anymore. So if you want to know, grab a drink or we're going to get into the video right now. All right, this first one may leave you guys scratching your head because it is a brand new release that I just got a few weeks ago. I know. And I really did love it in the first couple of days, but the more I wore it, the more I realized that this is just not for me. I'm not into this. I actually don't really like it that much. I thought I did, but I really don't. And that is DONNA, I know, Born in Roma, Eau de Parfum Intense by Valentino. Guys, I love the original much, much more. The original to me is smoky, sexy, sultry, smooth, rich. This one, on the other hand, is okay. The problem I have with this one is it opens up and I get this fake plasticky coconut smell. I can't explain it. I don't know if anyone else gets that, but it smells very plasticky, kind of synthetic, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. It has the bourbon vanilla, there's amber, jasmine, and benzoin. I know a lot of people prefer this one over the original, and I find that very interesting because everybody's nose is very different. So by all means, I am not here to offend anyone. If you love this one better and it works better for you, that is perfect. For me, the original works a lot better. I love it's more smooth in my opinion. Like I said, I get this plastic coconut smell that I just can't shake. I don't know. Anyway, this is the DONNA Born in Roma Intense by Valentino. This is Montaigne Eau de Parfum by Stephanie de BRUIN. When I first got this one, I thought it was fabulous. I wore it a few times, and I think it was on the third or fourth time. I don't know, something really stood out to me, and I just didn't like it, and I think it's all the violet that's in this fragrance, and there's a lot of it. It mixes with a lot of vetiver. You're getting some patchouli, and there's also a ton of geranium in here, and I'm not a huge fan of violet. And I'm not a huge fan of geranium. Is if there's too much of those floral notes in a fragrance, it just gets to me. And why I kind of dismissed it in the beginning and thought this was wonderful, I don't know, because usually I don't like those florals. And I think after the excitement of it was actually gifted to me after the excitement of this and receiving this, and I was like, oh, this is great. Each time I wore it, I became less and less interested in it. And I've literally not picked up this fragrance in over a year and a half. And I picked it up the other day because I was kind of going through my collection and I smelled it and I'm like, oh, I just don't like this one. And again, no offense to those of you who wear this. I'm sure it smells great on you. It just, on me, it doesn't smell very good. I just don't like all that geranium and that violet. It doesn't work for me anymore. But anyway, this was the Montaigne by Stephanie de BRUIN. All right, this is Love Kills Eau de Parfum by MASQUE MILANO. This one kills my stomach. For some reason, when I wear this one or I smell it, I get a little bit nauseous. I don't know why. I didn't get that in the beginning with this fragrance, but now I do. There's something in there. I think it's all the rose and the different forms of rose that they put in this that mixes with that geranium. I mean, we're talking rose oil, rose oxide, rose absolute, lots and lots of geranium, ambrette seeds, and then there's patchouli in here. And all of these notes are very strong. And I almost get this rubbery kind of scent in there that I just don't like. Unfortunately, I have fallen out of love with this one, which is too bad, but I haven't reached for this one in over a year and I'm just not into it. And again, this one was The Love Kills by MASQUE Milano. This is CERUTTI 1881 Eau de Toilette by CERUTTI. The problem I have with this fragrance is it fades away very quickly. If I spray this on like a half hour before leaving the house, I'll be out and about and realize after about another half hour, an hour, it is completely gone. So I barely get 2 hours on my skin. It smells nice, but it's not anything that's too groundbreaking or exciting in my opinion. It does have some nice notes in here. You're getting some bergamot, there's freesia, mimosa, there's a tiny bit of violet in here, I barely pick it up, and some rosewood. So overall, it does smell really pretty. It's very feminine, but does not last. I just find it frustrating and I'm just not interested in it. And again, this one was the CERUTTI 1881 by CERUTTI. All right, the next one is AMARIGE Eau de Toilette by Givenchy. And as you can see, I don't have a bottle of it anymore. I actually sold it. I just couldn't stand it any longer. I first got it, loved it, and then realized, wait a minute, this is just way too floral for me. It gave me a headache. And when I say floral, there are so many floral notes in here. There's also a little bit of fruit. There's peach and plum, but it's so mild. It's the violet in here. Again, tons of violet. There's tuberose, gardenia, jasmine, ylang ylang, rose, orchid. The list goes on and on and on. And it just is way, way too much for me. Headache inducing, didn't like it. I actually did sell it, so that is gone. But again, that was AMARIGE by Givenchy. Next we have Roberto Cavalli Eau de Parfum by Roberto Cavalli. This also gives me a headache. It smells old. I'm not sure if this went bad or what happened to it. When I first got this, I was intrigued by this scent. It smelled very rich, like this boss lady that would just get whatever she wanted. That's what the vibe I got from this fragrance. But each time I wore it, I started to realize, well, this kind of smells vintage to me. It smells a little bit old school. Now, people will argue that because I've read a lot of comments that people love this. It's sexy, sophisticated, and it is very sophisticated. But to me, it's a little bit too old school and I'm just not into it anymore like I was. Kind of lost its excitement. It's old school, but there is a lot of pink pepper in here in the opening. There's African orange flower, loads of vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean. So if you like those notes, perhaps this would work better on you. Everybody's skin is so different and everybody perceives fragrances so differently. It's very subjective. So this might be a great fragrance for somebody else, but for me, it just does not work. All right, this is Rogue Eau de Parfum by Rihanna. This to me now smells like a Hall's cherry cough drop in the opening. You know, it's like that minty cherry smell. That's all I get now. And I'm not sure why I really didn't notice it too much when I first got this. I think I was enamored by, you know, the leather, and I had gotten such a good deal on this one. I think I got this one at TJ Maxx on sale for $10. So I was like, you know, so I got it and I liked it when I first got it. And now not so much. Maybe it'll grow on me again. I don't know. I'll hang on to it for a little bit longer, but right now I'm not into it. It does have some suede, cyclamen, there's some plum, there's also some patchouli, vanilla, and amber, which are all notes that I like. It's just that opening with that cough drop scent to me. Does anyone else get that with this fragrance? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know that I'm not alone on this one. But yeah, that's where we're at with this one. Again, this was Rose by Rihanna. All right, lastly, we have YSATIS Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. Again, I don't have the bottle because I actually sold it. It was a huge no for me. It became very old school, very outdated. Tons and tons of aldehydes in there. Ylang ylang, tuberose. There was some carnation. There was also some civet in there. A little bit of iris. There was cloves. There was oak moss. Just a lot going on. And it just felt extremely vintage to me. And it didn't even have a modern twist to it. So it just was something that I fell out of love with. I just don't like it. So I got rid of it and it is no longer here. And that one again was YSATIS by Givenchy. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to know if you have any fragrances that you were so excited about. You brought them home and you fell out of love with them. I mean, it happens. Let me know in the comments. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. I'll see you guys again real soon.